Come in, come in. I was just about to take a break.
The Twilight watches us. What do you need to take? Until next time.
Maybe dead now. I need to ask you to stop. That shouting is making people nervous. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
I never would have believed it.
It's like the
By the
ancient
gods.
legends.
I don't even know what to say. I hate it. Everyone feels sorry for me, so they don't treat me too bad, but... Both my parents were in the Legion. There was an ambush. Kayla said she'd feed me if I could make myself useful. I'd take care of the animals, run errands, that kind of thing. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents, not this. Both my parents... Kayla said I guess it could be worse, but really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh well. Thanks anyway, I guess. You're not supposed to be in here. Last warning. Leave now. I take care of the horses, and the goats, and the chickens, and the garden.
I really don't mean to be rude, but I don't think there's much I can help you with.
You got business at the stables? Been about 8 years now. I used to be a mercenary, but one trip to Ravenscar Hollow cured me of that. There's hag ravens in that cave with talons like daggers. They'll open your bowels quick as you wink if you let them get close. A creature like that'll make a man think long and hard about what he wants out of life. If you're heading up to Solitude, you should stop to check out the view on your way. It's a good one.
My family's weathered its share of problems, but we don't dwell on the past.
Can I help you? I was a much younger man when I married Katla. Now I can hardly keep up with her.
You're a guest. And Father says we have to be polite to guests. Mama said I could help with the goats. Father says I don't have the knack for leading, but Mama says I won't need it to work the farm.
With a wife like Frederica and a son like Owen, luckiest man in Skyrim.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Traitor! You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
A man opens a gate and they cut his head off? Doesn't seem right to me.
We should have drawn it out some more. He deserved a slower death.
Not right now.
Rogvir, why did it have to be like this?
I guess it's all over. I expected... I don't know what I expected.
That's definitely going in my part of the Edda.
I think
I'm waiting.
expected more.
For me? From whom? Well now, that is something. Hand it over, please.
Shouldn't have been like this.
Oh no. I hadn't heard from Gorm for a while, so I'd hoped he'd given up his little scheme. The last time we discussed this issue was before the Standable War broke out. Things were different then. Now what he's asking, it's just impossible. Even if it worked, the questions and accusations it would cause, well, I'll take it under advisement. Thank you. That I am. Train the recruits. Turn boys into men. That sort of thing. Thinking of asking the General for some training books. Give the soldiers something to do while they're on rest. Something besides drinking.
23.
Ever seen a book called The Mirror? We used to hand it out to boys looking to learn basic shield work. Good on you. Not my finest hour. Rogvir is a fine and honorable man. No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did. Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle ready. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up. Damn shame, Rogvir. You're a good man.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many...
Mind yourself in my city, friend. This here axe in full swing is a right terrible sight.
You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities.
Aye, I'm the headsman here in Solitude. It's my job. Depends on what you mean by busy. I'm also the head jailer in the dungeon here. Quiet job, usually. Ain't got one, but I'd fancy a chance at that Jari Ra's scrawny neck. Filthy Argonian never would have set foot in this city if High King Torrig was still alive. I can tell you that. Keep your head about you.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run. You were there for Rogvir's execution. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. People to see and places to go, huh? Later then.
Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
Glad you decided to check us out. Jarl Elisif the Fair. Poor woman. Losing her husband and king like that. It was a dark day for us all. Damn! That reminds me. I have a delivery to make to her steward, Falk Firebeard. He ordered a special bottle of Stras Mackay rum. Saved me a lot of trouble. Here. Take it to the Blue Palace. I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivienne. Vivienne Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly. Now I was done talking anyway.
Feel free to make requests. Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. Only in that I'm a graduate. I work here at the Winking Skeever. I would highly recommend it, though. Talk to Viarmo if you're interested. You should think about staying the night. Corpulus keeps a clean inn.
By blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do is pay my fee. The blade can be as lethal as the spell, but deadly...
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting. Where the dragon attacked? We've heard rumors of death and fire from the skies, but no real news. Then we should soon be selling arrows by the bushel. A sword is no good against a dragon. Aye, but I'll be here in Solitude for longer still. Fiata's skill as a Fletcher drew me to this place. I wanted to learn. And there is still much of Skyrim I wish to see. I hear there is a city, Windhelm, that is nearly white with... what do you call it? Oh yeah, snow. And far to the west lies a ruin, Volskag. Inside there's said to be a wall, black as night, and it speaks in the ancient dragon tongue. There are wonders in this place I never dreamed imaginable. Good to talk to a fellow traveler.
Take my advice, never gamble. Damn Ernskar has me in debt up to the eyes. Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own. He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested. I've heard Jari Ra's hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
This is an ode to
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
the Imperials. We drink to our youth.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
For the age of aggression.
Spare some... Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself. I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty, pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things. Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks. What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. I do miss that helmet.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should see what we have available. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raymond's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raymond. Thank you for your patronage. Oh, what delight. Another charming customer. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. Finally.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Are you here to talk about my brother? Do you think his execution was justified? Then like Rogvir, you're a Nord at heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I don't think I could have stayed here if anyone else had... I think I need to stop talking now. I'm not looking for conversation. Rogvir, he opened a gate and they executed him for it. He opened a gate and the wrong man rode out of it. If that man hadn't been Ulfric Stormcloak, if Ulfric hadn't killed High King Torrig, but it was Ulfric. And he did kill the High King in honorable combat. My brother refused to allow the Imperials to take revenge for the deed. So now he's dead. Then like Rogvir, you have a Nord's heart. It's hard for me. I think Aldous... I think I need to be done talking for the moment.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deeja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
You were there for Rogvir's execution.
I'm afraid I'm running errands at the moment.
Later
but
then.
please visit me later at the Temple of the Divines.
If you're looking for opportunities to make some coin,
Hey, wanna play tag?
I'm your man.
Come back if you don't play tag.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like. No. Mostly, I'm just a simple herbalist. Lami over in Mothall should be able to help you. Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Biren said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight. Huh. You know, you've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my Biren. Please, feel free to look around. We've got a bit of everything. No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
Varnius Junius went through quite a few of
They're
our supplies.
adequate. Honestly, I rely on the business brought in by the burning of King Olaf, and that's not likely to happen this year. It's a great big festival put on by the bards every year. They burn an effigy of old King Olaf. It's quite a bit of fun. The bards give out spiced wine during the festival, so they put it in a big order. And then, for weeks after, demand is so high, I can barely keep up. But with the death of High King Torrig, the festival has been declared in poor taste. So it looks like it won't happen this year.
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
Fresh off the
Great.
boat.
Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Oh, yes. A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
You know, the Winking Skeever's not just the best inn in Solitude. It's also the only inn in Solitude. Don't mind me, I'm just running. Work in it, I own it. Well, okay. My father owns the Winking Skeever, but it's the family business, so it'll be mine when he kicks off. Now I was done talking anyway.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple. Or a tomato. Cabbage. Or leek. I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help. Come back when you figure out how to spend
Spiced wine for the Winking Skeever?
Actually, just
Plenty
a
of fresh
bottle
fish for you.
today. I'm thinking of giving it to Vivian.
Sorry, yes. It's
Sure,
been hard on her.
Sorax, just like you did
The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those red wave thugs. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
Few can resist my charms. Even fewer are worthy of them.
Got lots. Need something?
I don't want to talk. Dragon? Really? Was it big? Did it breathe fire? Oh wow, I knew it! I knew they were real! I have to remember to tell Papa!
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
If it's arms or armor you need, see Bear in the Castle Dower. Bloody good blacksmith.
You look like an adventurous one. I bet we're kindred spirits, you and I.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with? It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field. They all need weapons and armor. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her Lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow. I think I would, if it weren't for my son and my wife. Oh, Sema would have my hide if I even suggested I might step foot on a battlefield. You think Stormcloaks and Legionnaires are dangerous? Ha! Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Think I'll forge me a new sword, just in case things go awry here in Solitude. Food, experience, and a roof over my head in the finest city in Skyrim. If money's all you hold dear, then you end up like Jari Ra, a plague on the city. Captain Aldous can't prove it, but that Argonian is up to no good. I like you. No man is a match for a dragon. Buying one of our blades wouldn't hurt your chances, though. May your sword feast on Stormcloak flesh. If you need potions, head over to Angeline's Aromatics. I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee. The winking skeevers got... What is it?
I'm waiting.
I'm telling you.
Generally posting information is need to know only.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scout reports, sir.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. The daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Gavin Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir?
The gods gave you two hands.
Force a
you use them both for your
accept
weapon.
help he hasn't asked for.
Respect that.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir. Are you lost?
Damn Stormcloak rebels. Think you've got the metal, huh? Honestly, the Legion can use all the able bodies it can muster. We have our hands full. A dead king, a rebellion, and now dragons? Skyrim's a mess. If you're serious, you're in the right place. Our headquarters is in Castle Dour. Here you'll find General Tullius, commanding our forces in Skyrim. But talk to Legate Ricka. She handles the local recruiting. All right then.
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you. Good.
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
What is it?
I don't have time for anyone too lazy or cowardly to make their own way in this world.
You need to leave. Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out. Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set. I suppose I could make an exception. I do like her spiced wine. Fine. Tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
A method to your madness, and your madness is the method, and the method... Why does everyone ignore me? Why do you turn your heads? Why will no one help me? My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that. Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos. Until next time.
You lost?
You stay out of trouble now. The Castle Dour dungeon can break even the strongest will.
An apple to keep you healthy? A tomato to keep you strong? Surely you need one or the other. Come back when you figure out how to spend money. Don't even think about it.
Need something?
You get around, right? If you come across any...
Dean Inga says a bard can never have enough practice. So, would you like a tune?
The Imperials are good. Bryling's obsession with honor and tradition is quaint, but politically irrelevant. Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership. I'm a Thane. In the future, you may want to gain that information before talking with someone. Risk of looking like an idiot and all that. I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
I can always find time to share a word with a warrior.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested. Debts are debts. Either he pays them, or his kind do. Fine. You sound like a priest of Mara, but I get your point. Tell him to forget about the gold. Keep your sword, Armstrong.
Wanderer like you needs a little fire in the veins. Some spiced wine? Thank you so much. I swear it's a fight with them every shipment. Here's something for your troubles. Good luck out there. It seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
The Twilight watches us all, Guardian.
Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
True, your typical Solitude wench is like the city itself. Stormy exterior, but the charms that lie within.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had
Proud
plenty of
Spire Manor.
adventures.
Now there's a fine home.
Hello, I'm
I
Gisley.
need to get back
But
to
you
the
can just
palace
call
to
me
finish the
Erica's
next
sister. Everyone does. Oh, if you're looking for a good attitude, go see the bards. They'll fake it for you if nothing else. If you're looking for truth instead, see Noster. He's a good example of what life has to offer. And if you're just looking to feel good, go get some spiced wine from Yvette. But whatever you do, just leave me alone. Yes, my older brother, and the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop. We'll speak again later, if we must.
Staying safe. I hope.
Being old's not so bad. I'm too old to work, but that don't make me too old to drink. You've done a fine thing for me. You know, I used to be quite a warrior in my day. Let me show you a thing or two. Speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
Good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you? You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say? I told her.
You should see me.
I told her the Imperial Army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
If you're looking for potions, you should talk to my aunt, Angeline Morard. You were there for Rogvir's execution.
If
Thank you for helping
everyone
out.
needs work,
See
right?
you around.
I have good work for you.
The divine...
You're not supposed to be in here. Can't a man have a bit of privacy? Get out of here! You're not supposed to be here. Last warning. Ow.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger. Looks like you had no trouble.
The effects have already been felt. The Ice Runner has failed to dock on time. Without the lighthouse, the Ice Runner will have swung wide of the western shoal and run aground on the eastern coast. My sister Dija will be at the wreck with our Black Blood marauders. She knows to expect you.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
The warehouse is for East Empire Company workers only. Entering without permission is a crime. This is the East Empire Company's central warehouse. All of their shipments go through here. And now that they've solved their little pirate problem, they're busier than ever. Either way, it's off limits to you. Trespassing here. You better clear out. This is your last warning. Get away from there, or else.
My husband handles the indoor work just as well. He'd only hurt himself out here. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. Aye.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right? That was good work. Deja's in the hold of the ship. Go down 2 levels. Yes, I haven't got all day.
What do you need? Yes?
Need something?
My brother told me you were coming. I'm supposed to give you what you've earned. Ha! I'm afraid the loot's already been moved. You've been useful to the Black Bloods, though. You've earned a quick death. Good as dead.
What was that?
caves. Wonder what's below. Yes. What do you need to take? Until next time, Guardian.
You know you can afford a septim or two. Can you spare a septim? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself. Look at it. That's real Nord craftsmanship, that is. Let me show you an old trick I learned as a scout. Makes it harder for the enemy to notice you. It's best you leave me. Don't even think about it.
What do you need, my Thane?
Yes. What do you need to take? Until next time, Guardian.
Honored to see you again, my Thane. Fletching suit. Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting.
May the Divines guide and keep you.
Good. I'll see if I can get some copies made for the men. Here, something for your trouble. The Legion thanks you. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up.
May you be saved by the Divines, as I once was.